This video is on the distance formula. The distance formula is derived from the Pythagorean theorem. The distance formula is d equals the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. In the next few slides, we are going to see how to use the distance formula. For example 1, we are given a line segment that has coordinates or endpoints at the points -3, 1 and 2, 5. We are going to label each of the coordinate points. -3 will be x1 and 1 will be y1. 2 is x2 and 5 is y sub 2. Now we're going to plug those into our formula. X sub 2 is 2 minus x sub 1 of -3. Y sub 2 is 5 minus y sub 1, which is 1. And now we are just going to use how to solve equations in order to find the answer of the distance of this line segment. Negative times a negative becomes a positive. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 minus 1 is 4. We still have our plus sign and our square root symbol. 5 squared is 25. 4 squared is 16. We have our square root symbol. 25 plus 16 is 41. The distance of this line segment is the square root of 41. The square root of 41 cannot be simplified to a simpler radical. You could make it a decimal depending what the problem asks you to do. Example number 2, we're given a triangle and we want to find the hypotenuse. We have endpoints at -5, -4, and -1, -1. We first are going to label our coordinates x1, y sub 1, x sub 2, and y sub 2. Now we're going to substitute these into the formula. X sub 2 is -1, x sub 1 is -5, y sub 2 is -1, and y sub 1 is -4. I'm going to bring down the rest of the formula. Then we're going to use order of operations to solve the formula. Negative times a negative is a positive. -1 plus 5 is a -4 squared. -1 plus 4 is -3 squared. Plus sign in between with the square root symbol. -4 squared is 16. -3 squared is 9. 16 plus 9 is 25. And the square root of 25 is 5. So the distance of this triangle for the hypotenuse is 5. Now it's your turn to try some distance formula problems. You are given the two endpoints in coordinate form. It is your turn to be able to determine the distance between the 2 points. For number 1, you have the coordinate 3, -2 and -5, 3. For number 2, you have the coordinate -4, -4 and 2, 7. For the last problem, you have the coordinate 7, 3 and 0, 4. Good luck!